Welcome back to Contents Under Pressure, creative streams on YouTube. I am Captain Wickstrom, and of course, I do have a riding side saddle with me, the ever beautiful, the ever sexy, the ever toit, Mr. Pumpkino. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. Wow, that was a pretty strange transition. You just played some music, and then the music goes away, and now what?
I hope you guys are having a great Friday morning. I know it's the cusp of morning, but probably for Jerome it's close to evening, right? It's like, what, about 8 hours later for you? So almost 3 p.m. So afternoon. Afternoons with Jerome. I don't mind. I don't mind having my afternoons with Jerome. I'm going to be continuing some of my earlier artwork. Let's get that up on screen. Oh, I like that blue. I wonder why it's blue like that instead of capturing the interface. I like the color, but I don't like what it's doing. It's not capturing the window anymore. What is your problem? Oh, there it goes. That was weird. It didn't want to capture it without an image. Anyway, making some incremental progress here and there with this drawing, I would say. I mean, we got some rock textures, right? I really don't want to do this one. That busted my hand. Like, my hand was super hurting. Like, I jacked it all day. Like, all day. After doing that. Because basically, since I'm not using the Wacom for it, because there's lag with the Wacom, and for like little tiny precision things like that, I guess I could try it again. But I was getting some monster lag when I was drawing with it, and it just was not working for me. But I'm nothing if not persistent. We will try it again, chat. We'll try it again. I'm beginning to feel like, and I don't like to, just there's some tricks this olding dog, getting older, this oldening dog can't learn, chat. I don't know. I've really tried to get better with the Wacom, but it seems like I don't make very much progress with certain things. I don't like to admit that to myself. Yeah, I don't like to admit that to myself. I'm stubborn. But I'm also having trouble with drawing lag, and that makes it frustrating for me. You know, it's bad enough not having the skill set that I want with it. Like the level of control that I have with the mouse. It's downright infuriating when the software interferes and makes it worse. That's when I just throw up my arms. You know, it's like a combination of factors. Alright, let's see if the Wacom Desktop Center and the Wacom properties are working. Alright, there we go. La la la. Support? No. What about settings? There is no settings here. There's privacy settings. Okay, well, that is useless. It says the drivers are up to date. Your device is not connected to your computer. That's not true. It is connected to my computer. So that's the problem I'm having. I'm getting like a bug where the Wacom software isn't detecting it, but it's clearly there. Like if I bring up, oh, maybe it's not. Okay, so since I updated, the Wacom isn't working at all now. That's not good. So I might have to uninstall the driver and try again. I think this is why I gave up last time, because the driver stopped working when I tried updating it. Always a mistake. Let's try uninstalling my Wacom software. Real-time analysis. Alright, there's Wacom tablet. Uninstall. Yeah, I want to completely uninstall it. I don't want to restart my computer. Okay? I already restarted. You guys really got to get on the ball with that crap, because I shouldn't have to. I got an error file for uninstalling it. Okay. Now, let me go to their website. What is this crap it's drawn right there? What happened here? What happened here? Chat? There we go. What? What? The hell was that? How can it undo something? I saved it and closed. Is it saving undo levels when you close the program? That's not good. I haven't seen that happen before, where it'll save the undo levels with the project and you close it and reopen it and you can still undo. That's quite interesting. Alright, let's see if we can... Next to latest driver. Okay. Oh, shit! Damn. Ah, shit! Oh, I hate that. 6313W3RC. Yeah. Oy. Download this really quick. Thanks, Deltron. Jeez. Just trying to install an Intuos driver that works. I made the mistake of trying to update it to alleviate some of the lag I was getting, and what it did was it completely broke it. It no longer works. Trying to go back to an earlier driver. Well, I guess while it's downloading, we could use the old mouse. Let's get up the little reference image so you guys can see what I'm kind of working with. Where is it at? Right there. There you go. I know it's going to be kind of annoying because I don't really have any safe part of the screen to put it unless I resize the screen. I could do that. I guess I could resize my screen. Kind of like put it over here. Normally I just full screen it. And you put that over here. There. And you can see the little reference image. And you can see what I'm working on. This has got a little crenellation on it that I want to start emphasizing. I can already feel like the little repetitive motions affecting my hand. And I'll stagger them a bit more as they come to the screen because that falls in line with perspective, although this is so small you wouldn't really normally notice such a change so quickly, but it gives it a little more of effect that, you know, as it's coming toward us, even subtly, the distances between them is getting bigger. Did I just get bits on Twitch? Thank you. Wait. I heard more brains. Oh, was that a follow? Did it show up? Did the alert show up? I didn't see it. Huh. I didn't see it. Thank you. I guess that was Deltron? Thank you for the follow. Or in this in the lingo of YouTube, thank you for the sub. No, I don't want to do that. I want to reduce the size a little bit. Oh, that more brains was like a follow alert sound though. I don't know. Now, I want like a more brown, like lightish brown color for the rocks. That looks better. You guys have been watching me do this for a while. You know what my approach is, to just like kind of like stagger these rock designs a little bit and then mix in different colors to give it a sense like this, that there's something going on other than just, you know, some guys drawing dots on it, right? Get rid of the circular bits on those. Very good. I guess at some point I should set up some kind of bot for this channel. Twitch won't do it though. So I think there's like a Nightbot or something can be set up for the channel to control requests and stuff like that. So we'll have to see. I gave you a gavel, Deltron. Abuse it to its ultimate. You can see how I'm just creating the foundation of a brickwork, right? And what I want to do is I want to make it more concentrated to the left and more spread out to the right. Because like I said, I'm basically trying to cheat perspective, to give you a sense that things are getting bigger as they approach the screen and more fanned out, tighter the closer they get. And I might even make the bricks just a little bigger. Not a lot, just a little bit. And not all uniform. Because old brickwork wasn't super uniform. I mean, these were still handmade, right? Alright, so this is where things start to get a little more visually interesting. Whoops. I gotta start using the hand tool instead of zoom in and out and drag. It just works better. It's also the challenge of learning a new art tool, because I'm so used to promotion that going to something completely different can be a pain in the ass. Alright. Put a couple of bricks together like that. Maybe put a couple next to each other there and one there right next to it, just to give it a little bit of extra. Then we'll put one there and one there. Our eyes do a lot of the work for us. So once it starts building enough of a pattern, our eyes will basically do this and create it. Hey Moist, how's it going, man? So now I'm gonna create some lighter versions. Some will be right next to the bricks or above them. Others will be interspersed between them. And then we'll have some darker ones. And it'll start to turn very, very slowly into a complete pattern. But in my case, I can't fake it. Now, I could probably have built a brush to do this, or to do part of it, but I just don't have that kind of experience with the way it works. Clip Studio Paint's got a lot of features, but it's a lot of things that I don't know, a lot of unknowns. So when in doubt, I just stick with what I absolutely know, and that is when I click on the screen, graphics appear, and that's what I stick with. Now, right under these, I'm going to add like a little light windowsill effect, where the light's catching it. Not anything like huge, but just a little bit. This is where you break up the uniformity a little bit. cut into the shadow a little to simulate a block being in there. And it works. Oops. Now you can also go back to these yellow bricks and you can add a little shadow underneath them, and it gives them a little extra depth when you're rendering them on there. But you can see how it's starting to get kind of like that light brick patterny that's over here. And you just start filling more and more of the stuff in between it. And then your eyes start forming more complex patterns from what's left. And yeah, I'll have to go back and do some of this stuff, do edits and stuff, so some of the bricks fit together a little better. But generally speaking, it'll look good. I wanna run away. I wanna run away. Where we going? Where we going? I wanna run away. Wanna run away. Where we going? Run away. Run away. Yeah, where are you going? You can see right here, right? You can see the pattern starting to form. You can see it starting to come together into some kind of a brickwork structure. Here, where we going? It takes a lot of work, but you can build that straight on down. Now in this case, what I want to do is I want to darken underneath this a little bit more to make this look a little more like an edge with a shadow over it. So we'll do that a little bit. Now when I do some brickwork here, it blends a little better. And of course, it's going to be a little darker near that than it is coming out from under the shadow. And you see that top part there is pretty well unified with itself. Then I just have to kind of carry on the basic structure down the rest of it. I just want to add a little bit of imperfection to this in spots. Just looking a little too perfect, a little too polished. That looks a little better. Doesn't look quite as clean. Don't want it to look as clean. Now I want to put some more of these brown bricks in because it breaks up like the really dark brown, and it gives the light brown, makes it look a little more colorful. Like there's more of a colored texture to the bricks than just light and like grayish brown. I just like the way it looks. Also, in the reference material, the blocks are very bright in the light. They're almost like a sponge cake color if you look at them. Now, I don't necessarily have to stick hardcore with that pattern going down. It can vary, and it will still look fine. Because, as I said before, man-made brickwork, you know, before they had whatever, professional stone cutting hardware and that, was very much, you know, non-uniform. If they had to have something cut to spec, well, they had to have like a specialist, I'm sure, like a really good stonemason come in and do it. And even then, with the tools of the day, I'm sure the work was imprecise by modern standards. Whoops. Let's just put one right there. And a darker one right here cutting into it, so it looks like there's a couple of bricks merging together. Be honest, I like it better when it's not 100% uniform. It looks more genuine, like in my opinion, when the bricks overlap sometimes and stuff. It looks like real constructions I've seen where, you know, sometimes the piece of brick isn't perfect or it's broken or something, and you'll see where they put bricks staggered. Like sometimes they'll be perfect and other times the design will look staggered a bit. And I think that it, like from right there, I think that that looks more genuine than if I were to do it perfectly like checkerboard. Because that checkerboard design doesn't always exist. Like you'll see stuff and you'll see it looks more staggered like this, and sometimes they'll be perfectly checkered at some points, and then they'll stretch farther and farther until they're like skewing. So I think if I could simulate that properly, it will look better overall. And at the end of the day, I think it looks more genuine than having them all follow a perfect pattern. Following a perfect pattern, I don't think gets you a realistic result. It gets you basically like you're just using a texture and repeating it, right? So some of them I'll have line up perfectly, and others like this I'll have stagger into each other a bit. And I'll have some perfectly aligned, you know, 2 blocks down, and some I'll have overlapping a bit, like right there. And I think this will give a nice result. It looks like it does to me. What do you guys think? Tell me in chat. You like the way this looks? Or do you think it should all be completely like uniformed, where these are all equal size and equidistant to each other? I think that this ends up creating the little bit of chaos of it makes it look more realistic. You can see where I did it up here, for instance. Like some bricks are slightly longer. They follow the general staggered pattern, right? But they're not perfect. Some are bigger, some are smaller. And the whole looks better than the individual. You know, the sum of its parts is stronger. So I'm just gonna keep... What the hell is that? What is that button even doing? I don't like it, though. It looks like it... Is it turning off? No, it's completely clearing the layer. I don't like that. I need to disable that immediately. Hang on. Shortcut settings. Where is Control X? because I don't like that. That needs to go away. I don't see it. Should be under there. I don't see it. Hope it's not something built in. Sometimes that stuff's built in and you can't do anything about it. But the really good programs are fully customizable, so I don't know. Like I said, I am definitely guilty of being a promotion fanboy. I don't really like to use other programs, but of the other programs I've used, Clip Studio Paint is easily my favorite. Like for a painting program, this program completely destroys Adobe Photoshop in every important way, in my opinion. As somebody coming into it and looking for like ease of use, but good feature set, I would definitely say Clip Studio Paint is the winner. I've used Photoshop for years, never liked it, and that's why I never really used it much. This feels like a more organic way of drawing than Photoshop. Photoshop always felt like a programmer's tool for painting rather than an artist's tool for painting, if that makes any sense. It's always felt like that to me, like overly complicated, missing like key functionality, slow reaction with like the Wacom for instance. I would get weird lag in it. Even on I'm on a much higher end computer than I should need for Photoshop nowadays, because Photoshop hasn't changed, and none of them really have, over their initial functionality years ago. You know, there's no reason I should be getting mouse input lag or Wacom drawing lag in Photoshop just doing painting. But I do. And it's really annoying that I do. And that's something I can't deal with it. When I start getting like draw lag and stuff interfering with what I'm trying to do, and it messes up the friggin' background and stuff, I lose interest. All I want to do is work on the project. I don't want to deal with bugs. You know? And that's why I've never been a huge fan of Photoshop. I've always had like little bugs, little problems, little issues with certain things not working the way I want them to. And I've done workarounds, and this is one program where I can honestly say I haven't had to do a lot of workarounds to get a good workflow going. It pretty much out the door does what I need it to. Plus, it's really great at customizing the user interface. Like this layout I set up, and I saved it, and it lets you put everything where you want it, like everything. Like you can drag and drop all of the things. Like I put the manual palette here, since I do like drawing with specific palettes from pixel art. It's a great way to pick up a range of specific colors that you want to draw from again and again. Like, you know, most artists will create a palette like this one here. You know, like how a painter builds a series of color splashes and stuff to draw from. But you can always take these colors and you could put them in here, and then you've got a bank of them, and you don't have to keep switching back to this and drawing from them. You know what I mean? So I will use it every once in a while if I want to make a specific color, but I don't really need it. I don't really need it with the specificity of being able to just draw right from my own palette here. And of course, the strengths of being able to take that one color, like this pure orange, for instance, and then blend it into the scene to make it fit better, right? That's always nice. Or this nice warm brown color, which I think I want to use more of because I like it. It's a nice... I prefer richer colors to more washed out colors, definitely. Definitely one of those people that I've always visually been more attracted to stuff that's more fantasy book color. Not garish, not unattractively. At least not in my opinion, but more colorful than just raw generic colors that you see every day in life. Like, I like to inject a little color variance here and there. And I think the result is a net positive when you see it. Like, I think when you see a finished design by me, you see that the colors that I use are justified, that they make it, I don't know, they make certain things pop. It's hard to explain. I'm trying to make my mind focus on art and try to talk about it. And since I haven't made a habit of that, I've never been very good at it. Like trying to talk while I'm doing stuff. It's something I've just, you know, sat in my room and done for hours on end. As you can see what effect that little bit of orange has over there, it kind of draws your attention to it a little bit, doesn't it? You know, the light browns and stuff, they make it a little more visually interesting. Add a little bit of nice variety. I guess it's kind of like garnishing a plate with a sprig of parsley or something. Why did I say parsley? I feel like my brain's going retarded. Why would I ever say parsley? I know it's not parsley. What the hell, brain? Stop being stupid. Anyway, not parsley, chat. I don't like that right there. That's got to change. Just looked a little too uniform to me. I think it's because it's out of place. I'm going to put it here.
You can see where the pattern is really starting to come together. I should probably be using a different brush for this, but I like it. Yeah, I just have to make that all the way there. Oh, chat. Oh. Chat. Oh. I don't want to. Just want to copy paste it over and over and over. Wonder how much copy pasta I could get away with. Wonder how much capybara pasta I could do. Probably not much. Best not to. Best not to try to cheat it, even though I want to. Easiest way would be to try to do a set of uniform blocks to start with, and then go back and break up the uniformity. You know, that's where a texture would probably help. You know, I would just get like a brick texture that did it perfectly, and then go back and forcibly ruin the pattern, which would work just fine. But I'm dumb, so I end up doing things the hard way because I'm dumb. That's what happens when you're dumb, chat. Don't be dumb. Dun, 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 dun. Oops, that one's a little dark. One's some little dark chocolate there. We got this.
This is where having those other blocks at the beginning kind of makes for interesting situations, because when I start to try to intersect the pattern with them, I can either delete them or I can work them into the pattern and make it a little less uniform. I'm doing right here. And I'll go back and I'll change the color of some of these later, because I can, you know. What's going on, Jerome? Getting shell-shocked? You're shell-shocked. You can see how it's gradually coming together bit by bit, though. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. Might have to break for some breakfast. Some break fast. Bricks and stones, yes. It's the all new game, Bricks and Stones. Yeah, I've made it a little tougher on myself by, you know, staggering them and making them non-uniform. But I think the result looks more like it's a real construction. At least I think so. I mean, I don't look at a lot of castles up close, but a lot of the ones I've seen are pretty non-uniform. Where we have to bring the two sides together. Do that by creating a little extra block right in there. Now they'll start to fit better. Got the Poots. I got the Vladimir Poots. I gotta make these a little smaller. Probably should be a lot more bricks between these, but, you know. That's just the way she goes.
What a thrill.
I'm searching and I'm melting to you. What I feel in my heart, but you're so supreme. I'd give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. It's the way I fly to sleep. Still in a dream.
Snack eater.
Someday you go through the rain. Someday you feed on a tree frog. You saw a deer that tried to survive. Oh, the day we see you I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream.
Snack eater.
Snake eater.
Do I feel you in the dark, or just like to see? Could I crawl inside your heart, like I'm imagining? There's a song still from afar that I hear echoing,
You have to make a new account.
like the faint light of a star
Who's
is beckoning.
who is Sonar Dude, really? The magical Sonar Dude appears.
There's a comfort in your tone, like a steady stream. And now I'm laid out on the stones,
Looks like he's singing Butter Cola. Butter Cola, Butter Cola, Butter Cola. Are you calling me?
I keep hearing you call me. I keep hearing you call me. I keep hearing you call me. Hearing you call me. I'm hearing you call me. Hearing you
Butter Cola, are you calling me? Butter Cola, Butter Cola, Butter Cola, are you calling me? Are you cola, mate? Hey, mate, are you cola, mate? Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's take a look. Oh, we're starting to get some brickwork, guys. It's happening. I don't like that one right there, though. That one right there, I don't like. It stands out too much. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah. That's better. Now constructing brick wall. Brick wall construction. Resume. Main brick wall. Turn on. Another nice thing is that those background blocks that I drew randomly, they add a little bit of nice background texture even if I paint over them. Yeah, it must be getting hot outside. My air conditioner just kicked on full blast. Of course, you guys heard it. So who's Sonar Dude? Initial O? Probably. The mystery of the hidden Initial O. Itchy. It's about time to wash my hat again. those couple of pieces of pizza I had last night are giving me friggin' mega gas. Maybe MAGA gas. Make all gas again. I don't imagine it smells very good, so I'm not going to find out. I'm not one of those people that has to like smell farts and see how bad they are. Now Paul, he does that. I will amend that. He used to do that when he was younger. He seems to have grown out of it for the most part. But yeah, he used to like sit there and crack. He's always had like nasty gutter farts, but he'll sit there and go "Bleh, bleh," over and over like, okay, stop smelling it if it's so terrible. You know? You don't have to taste test your own farts, you know? But man, he let a string of them off when he came over the other day that they could have freaking knocked a skunk unconscious. I was like, holy shit, dude, go wipe your ass because something happened. And then he went to the bathroom like afterward. So I think maybe something happened there. 'Cause it smelled like he just emptied his bowels. Damn, did it stink. It lingered for like 5 or 6 minutes too. Like, no BS. I was like sitting in here and I had my blanket over my face. I was like, damn. It was one of those farts you just couldn't get away from. You know, there's just some of those that there's no retreat, no surrender. There's no way that you're going to escape it. Agent would love this discussion. It's his practically favorite thing. It was one of those where you can intrinsically get an idea that it probably burned its way out. Like the really bad ones I have are usually like they feel like they're burning their way out. Just hollowing you out from inside. And oh man. I was like, dude, did you just friggin' shit yourself? Granted, we had Taco Bell, but it was like right after we ate it. And he farts constantly anyway. And I do mean constantly. Like every 5 to 10 minutes he farts. It's ridiculous. His friggin' colon is on overdrive. Like, how does your wife put up with that, dude? Like, literally gassing it up constantly. Let's put it this way. I've known him since we were kids. And I can't get over how much he farts. Like, I'm used to it somewhat, but still it's like the sheer frequency is disturbing. Like he'll arrive at my house and he'll sit down in the chair and it's and then 5 minutes later I'm like, dude, did you eat beans today? No. Did you eat hot garbage? I told him, you should tell your doctor. Like, maybe it's time to get a colonoscopy. I don't know. Ah, there's the problem. You've got 42 anuses. That explains it. Sometimes I'm envious because a lot of times instead of farting, I just get really bound up and uncomfortable, and that's why I have irritable bowel syndrome. Because I don't most of the time. He like farts enough for any 5 people, and I'm like, geez, can you take over my bowels while you're at it, and you just fart for me? I will allow you to fart so I can get vicarious relief. He makes it look effortless. I think after I finish this base brickwork, I'm gonna switch over to gaming or something. I don't want to do this anymore. There, that's the right pressure. Since I'm using the mouse, I don't get the same control over pressure that I do with the pen. I have to kind of go over and over it to get darker lines. It's almost like I'm unerasing the bricks, the way they appear. You know what I mean? Almost like I'm just revealing the bricks to you like magic. They were always there, chat. We just had to uncover them. Oh, we almost have a pattern, chat. Look. Actually, almost looks kind of cool, leaving a little spot in it open. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go back and open up little spots in the brick like that, where it just kind of, there's nothing there. Might be more visually interesting. Do do do. Do 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 do. Oh, babe. Oh. Look at that. Almost looks like I know what I'm doing, almost. Look at how those suckers aligned. Some of those were like randomly put there, and a lot of them actually fit. Commence your surprise. Check that out, chat. That ain't looking too bad. That ain't looking too bad, chat. Of course, I need to go back and alternate the color of the bricks and stuff like the ones that I started at the top. But that's not as hard as laying the basic pattern, the foundation of how the bricks stack and stuff. And that's not too bad. What do you think, chat Trinos? Hey, what's this over there? How did that happen? What? Is it slid over? Is that the problem? Is the layer like slid slightly? Huh. Okay. That needs to be up there. Do, 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 do. Okay, why can't I use this? Why can't I use this tool to pick up stuff? Why won't it work? Is it because it's... Is it because it's a raster layer? What? No! Not vectors. All I know is the layers keep getting derpy when I change them. And that's my fault, really. Like, I make the mistake frequently of drawing on the wrong layer. You can see it right there. Two. You're gonna head to your garden and drink some bears? You're gonna drink bears in your garden? What? You're gonna drink beer in your garden? What kind of stuff do you have in your garden? Aside from beer. That feels better. See this? The lasso isn't working. Oh, here we go. I have to hold down Alt for it? I didn't know that. Okay. Copy. Or wait, better yet, cut. Wait, what? Why did it cut the area around it? Huh? There. There we go. Why did it... I don't get why it selected the area around it by default. That's a little weird. What's this? Allotment. There's no Wikipedia page on allotment. Is that like backyard or something? In the original German of Deutsch bitte. It's a Kleingarten. Okay, so it's like a baby garden. like a baby garden for children. We're gonna go play in the child's garden. But fun. Thanks for stopping by. Pictures. Yes, yes. Yes, Smithers pictures. What a wonderful idea you've had. Spam them at me. Spam them all at me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What the hell? Oh. Wrong. That's the one I need to do some heavy duty erase work on. This is when I accidentally did a whole bunch of painting on this layer, and you know what? I almost like that look better. I think it looks better. Rest of it though, I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna merge all of it right on down. Copy, cut. Paste. There. This layer is not interfering so much in other things. It's a mistake, a rookie mistake that I make often. Bothers me. But whatever. Now I gotta fix this again. But at least most of this is on the proper layer now. This is the layer I don't want to have to deal with. So I need to copy this too. Okay. See all that? All that stuff's on the wrong layer also. Cut. Paste. Huh. Part of that's not in the original anymore. It's interesting. I'll just repaint over it. That's what I'll do. At least most of it's looking the way it should. Now, if I go back to this layer and I do some erase, or just some color, Damn it! Switch freaking brushes and stop doing that shit. I don't like it. I don't like it when you do that. Okay. What? Oh, great. You're back to that. Fuck off. Did better jobs at color picking. Doesn't seem to do a great job at color picking the right color. It picks like an off shade. That I don't want to mess too much with this, actually. I already did, and I need to stop because this isn't what I want. I want to draw on this layer for the castle bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of color blending here eventually, but some black in here. Really emphasize some of the dark bits a little bit more. Doesn't look so pastel. Excuse me. Max wants to be my friend. I want to be your friend. Let's be friends. He's playing The Crew closed beta. Let's be friends. There we go. That looks good. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Whoops. That's the kind of color I need to work into this, is a bit of that. There we go. That's good. Nice. Nice.
Would someone please tell me what the hell am I to do when nothing feels right and nothing feels new?
In the word of Steve 1989 on Twitch. Nice. I think I want to make that mountainside part of the castle because it's connected to the castle. So I think I'm going to stick with the mountainside. I'm going to make this whole thing part of it. I just think that's the best way. Oh shit!
No, wait, don't go. I mean, about your being lonesome. Other people are lonesome too.
You say enough is enough, but it won't stop. I'm tired of feeling we're lost, bringing us back home. And this is no way to live. And I know one day I'll give everything you need. 'Cause life without you is no life at all. Because life without you is no not caving in. Still have more to give. Been deeper than this before.
Do 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 do.
Looking a bit better. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Cheese. Oh, cheese. Cochise. Texture to the grass. I don't know if that's a trail or what. I can't see it well enough, so I'm just gonna kind of slightly reproduce it and call it good. But it looks like some kind of little trail up to an entrance tower or something. I don't know if that's the case. If it is, it's like super overgrown along the other side of it, like right here. This could be the foundation wall for it there, but honestly I can't tell for sure without a better photo. But it does look like it could be a bit of a pathway up into that tower, and maybe from there to the inside of the upper level of the castle. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. It is unknowable by me. I could see if I could find some other photos of it, I guess, but ultimately I don't think it's that important. So you sort of see a bit of it there. I suppose this would have to curve up a little bit more than it does, right? What I don't want is that right there. Oh, what the hell happened here? Oh, that's right. I did that on purpose. Definitely looks like there's some kind of a thing coming out from here to this. It doesn't really read super well. I'm guessing that's a passage onto the grass verge. I don't know. It's hard to read. I don't have a good idea of that one. So, just kind of doing the best I can. making a little bit of Barney rubble right there. Looks like there's a bunch of like rubble up in front of it. I don't have the distances quite right, but that's okay. I'm gonna cry over that. You're eyeballing stuff. It's gonna turn out a bit different than the original. That's okay. See a bunch of extra stacked bricks or something. Okay, well, micro progress, but still progress. I think I'll go ahead and call it there. I don't think there's anybody left in chat, so I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.